The year, the company, the acquisition, the deal. Tata Motors acquired the Jaguar Land Rover division from Ford.
We're all here today to herald in the introduction of both Jaguar and Land Rover, Range Rover brands in India. The two brands are owned by Tata Motors.
The Jaguars, the Land Rovers, known for their all-aluminium body and sturdy engines. But the company was in the doldrums when it was acquired, declining sales numbers year on year. And the India story, no different. JLR's presence in the Indian market, which already had the likes of other luxury car brands like Mercedes and BMW, was nearly non-existent. Nearly one dealership in the country is all that JLR had, Navneet Motors, and they too would get just 2 to 3 Jaguars a year to sell.
I think before the takeover, JLR was really floundering a bit. Their direction wasn't, really decided. They were part of a larger company where they weren't sure what they were doing.
Competition for JLR started increasing and its market share started declining slowly and steadily. The world was saying that this acquisition has gone wrong for Tata Motors.
It was only after JLR set up its first corporate office at CJ House in Mumbai's Worli area that the company launched an array of cars in the Indian market starting 2009. Strong management at the helm and a slew of cars driving out of its stable year after year, JLR sales have been steadily climbing up.
JLR today has a presence in almost about 22, through 22 outlets across 19 cities in India. So we have a fairly strong presence now in India.
Since the acquisition, over that period, JLR has fantastically improved its presence globally. Now in India also it is a very known name. And rest of the countries like Brazil, Australia, etc., these have also started moving up. And that has also provided some sort of traction to JLR sales.
I think after the takeover, JLR has really gone back to their roots, to doing what they did best, building cars with heart, soul, and building cars that they felt were special. And Tata's had a big hand in that by leaving JLR on their own to do what they do best and without much interference. And I think that has really helped because they've come out with some solid products.
The strength of Tata Motors' Indian roots has helped JLR seep into the Indian consumer's mind, whether it's global launches or its aggressive marketing campaigns like this one that Aspire went for at the Budh International Circuit to give the customer a first-hand experience of what the Jaguar is all about. The brand is going hammer and tongs at altering perceptions, despite the not-so-favorable quality of the other Tata cars.
Of industrialists and some very rich friends of mine who were looking to buy a vehicle and they went for Land Rovers. One of the things that stood out for me was that they took pride in the fact that it's now an Indian-owned company. And they said, why should you buy a luxury brand that belongs to another country? And they said, look, we want a luxury car, and if it's owned by an Indian company, so much the better. Let's go for that.
Jaguar has an array of cars available in India now. Its top-selling model, the XF, is the most affordable petrol vehicle from its stable. And then there is the locally manufactured flagship luxury sedan, the XJ. Another car that it manufactured locally in Pune is the Land Rover Freelander, the entry-level SUV, which is the company's highest seller in India. And there are more to come. Going by the test drive of the Discovery we took in September last year, we're awaiting this, the new Land Rover Discovery, and of course, the Jaguar foray into the affordable market, the XE.
There are a lot of new products on the anvil. We have XE, which we are very, very excited about, and hopefully we should have that product towards the beginning of 2016. So I think apart from that, there are many, many other products in the pipeline.
After the takeover, it was pretty difficult, but I think they've happily settled into fourth spot. They've worked their way there, they're doing well, and the recognition for the brand has only grown over the years. They've gone back to their roots. Very, very strong products has helped them in their resurgence.
Not that Jaguar hasn't had its ardent fan following in the past. Collectors like Vivek Goenka has close to 20 Land Rovers. Rishat Kundanmal, who resurrects and restores vintage cars, has Jaguar's Mark IV model. It was the first model that Jaguar came out with after the Second World War. And Sameer Kadam in Mumbai is very proud to own his Jaguars. This one of the two is the only 1983 V12 coupe.
If you have a Jaguar, your collection is complete. Without a Jaguar, you are not counted as a good collector. I'm too happy to have one. It's a 1947 1.5 liter.
Well, that's a look back, and then there is the look ahead. The Range Rover Sport SVR got launched in the UK in August this year, and we've got our eyes set on its India entry.